morning everyone, welcome back to Vlogmas, welcome to day 11. Have a question for you I've been thinking about, that I really want to know the answer to. What was the best Christmas present you ever got? Let me know in the comments. It's got to that time, like we're at the 11th of December now, so I'm starting to think about Christmas shopping. I feel lucky, but also I kind of created this situation as well over the years through setting boundaries and having conversations with people. I feel grateful that I'm in a situation where I don't have to buy a lot of Christmas presents. I buy for immediate family. I don't buy for friends, and that is because we have this agreement, again through conversations over the years, that we do things together instead. So we give each other the gift of experiences, and that is something that I have truly embraced as part of a more intentional lifestyle, less consumer driven. I'm much less about the stuff and much more about the experiences. One of the best presents that I ever got is different actually, like it's different because as a kid, the best present I ever got was a Barbie this pink Barbie horse with the trailer and the car that pulls it, and I absolutely loved that. Like that was my favorite thing ever. And then as an adult, it has been the experiences that have been my favorite thing. And that ranges from a whole load of different stuff, from tickets to a concert or an event, or one of my best friends, Jess, back in the UK, we used to do Christmas presents, we stopped doing that, and instead we have this Christmas day together where we do Christmas baking, we watch a Christmas film, and when I go back, I can't wait to do that. I look forward to that every year. It's become a tradition. And sometimes my mum will go all out and she will buy me a trip for Christmas. One year we went to Athens, and I vlogged it actually, you can watch it, and it was just incredible. It was so nice on Christmas Day to receive something to look forward to. It was really, really lovely. So I'm wondering if that's something that you do, if it's something that you've tried. I find it really nice. And and I've talked about this before in terms of gift giving, but if someone's love language is quality time, and I'll leave the quiz in the comments in case you want to find out what your love languages are, or send it to loved ones so you can find out what theirs is. If their love language is quality time, giving experiences is just the guaranteed win. Obviously, I know that experiences aren't for everyone, and sometimes people want a physical thing. And I think in terms of minimalist gift giving advice, that will be my number one tip, is to actually ask people if there is anything that they want, so that you're not wasting time, wasting money, and you can give that person what it is that they actually want. But if you are struggling, I think shifting to the gift of experiences over things is a really great way to just cut down on the clutter, on the overthinking of an actual thing to buy. Because the thing now, right, is that most of us have everything that we need. Most of the time we're buying things for ourselves throughout the year, and it can be so hard to figure out what to buy someone. The best gift giving guide I read, by the way, was recently on Substack, and I shared it in at the end of every month I write a what's been adding value for that particular month, and I shared it in November's, and I will share the link to it in this description video for you in case you find it hard to buy gifts for people. Outfit of the day for you. Got the Ghost London dress on, long sleeves. I really like the V-neck on this, and that it's fitted here. It gives a nice silhouette. Crossbody bag and boots underneath. I'm going to put my coat on and my scarf because it's cold. There we go. Well, this weather makes a nice change. It's been raining so bad. The plan today was to go to the Rodin Museum. It's actually closed on a Monday, so we can't do that as planned, but there is another museum open, which I'm really excited to go to. I'm really excited to show you one of my favourite pieces of art lives in this museum. So I'm really excited for you to see it, and it's really, really beautiful. And it feels like a nice thing to do alongside the theme of the gift of experiences over things. I did not feel good last night. I felt so bad last night. I felt so anxious. I felt so self-critical. I felt so sad. I felt so lonely last night. I did reach out to a friend actually, which I do find very, very difficult to do, because I have this thing in my head that I don't want to bother anyone. So yeah, I do find that hard, but I did it, and I did feel a lot better for it. So if you're having that, just know you are not alone. And then I also realised that I'm day 20 of my cycle, so I'm going into autumn. Hello PMS, hello inner critic, hello self-doubt. I need to, just deal with myself as gently as possible, and I would highly recommend you do the same if you have any of those feelings as well. The loneliness thing's weird, because I have loneliness even when I'm around people. So I can feel my most lonely in a room full of people. I know often we think it's just a physical thing, but it's not. It can be emotional as well. But let me know what your experience is with that in the comments, if that's something that you can relate to or not. So this is the place, and it is open, thank goodness. I really like this museum because it was actually the artist's house. So you get a real sense of, them. I love that. The other place like this in Paris is Victor Hugo's house at Place des Vosges. Let's go in. Well, I'm absolutely over the moon with my little postcard souvenir. This is my favourite painting of Gustave Moreau's. It's the most beautiful painting in the whole gallery for me. I first saw it back in February. I just love it. I just think it's like a whole fairy tale in this, right? It's just so beautiful. Oh, I just love it. It makes me want to cry. I think I'll use it as a I don't know, bookmark or something like that. I love it. I do love that museum. It's one of the quieter ones in Paris, which is really, really nice. Some of them are so busy. I think the quietest ones, the smaller ones, are Gustave Moreau, Museum of Romantic Life. It's really, really beautiful. And the Orangery Museum is really, really nice, and the Rodin as well. I loved the Louvre when I went there, but I find it so busy. I find it really overwhelming. I like to go to the little ones. And like I said, I love that it was his house. So there's a really, I don't know, there's just an intimacy with it that's really, really lovely. It's a good one. Speaking about experiences over things, I do have a couple of Christmas presents that I need to go and get. Specifically requested ones from people who like presents and not the experience stuff. So I need to go and get that. But I'm very excited actually. I'm going to go and have a look at Galeries Lafayette, which is the massive department store here in Paris. I don't go very often because, again, I find it really, really overwhelming. I much prefer Le Bon Marché, which is on the other side of the river, but I'm closest to Galeries Lafayette. And they're supposed to have the most amazing Christmas tree inside. Not a real one, it's like a Christmas tree display. So I really want to see that, and their window displays are supposed to be really nice as well. And then on the way home, while I'm out this way, I thought, if you fancied it, we would go and have a look at the Christmas decorations in Place Vendôme, because again, they are supposed to be amazing. I've never seen them before. So, exciting. Just waiting for it to get dark. Apparently the lights come on at like 5. Just a couple of minutes. Oh, the lights are coming on! Oh, they've all turned on! Just making me want to cry.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet for days of old lang syne. And here's a hand, my trusty friend, and here's a hand of thine. We'll talk
Well, that was very, very pretty, very lovely, very magical. But honestly, I was happy to come home to my little haven, my little dog, for a very cozy night. So I'm just gonna make myself some dinner. The lights were so pretty at Place Vendôme. They were really, really beautiful. They made me a little bit emotional. Had a little cry, but I think that's okay. Do you know, I was looking, because you know, like, I'm an avid people watcher. I was looking at everyone and I was thinking, you know, when you get that feeling, like so many of us, we've talked about that through Vlogmas, you get that feeling that it's just you who can struggle with things, and you look at people and they can look so happy. And I was scrolling Instagram at one point and seeing, you know, all the beautiful photographs on there, and some from friends as well. And I thought, do you know what? You never really know though. Like we think it's just us. We think that we're so alone. We're really not, because I think we're all a lot similar. We have more in common than we are different, is what I think. And no one is posting or really talking about their struggles. And, you know, people might look really, really happy, but you don't really know what's going on. That's not to say people are miserable. I don't mean that. I just mean that we all have struggles, and that's okay. And that's what I was thinking when I was feeling quite sad. I was like, well, yeah, you know, trying to just be like compassionate about it with myself. And I think this is a really good approach to try and be self-compassionate and think, well, of course I feel like that. That's understandable. And that means that, you know, when we feel sad or bad kind of emotions, grief, anxiety, all that sort of stuff, it means that we're alive. It means that we're experiencing being human. And I think it's Brené Brown who talks about vulnerability and how we can't experience extreme joy without experiencing extreme sadness. The two extremes both have to be felt. And what people tend to do is we tend to numb ourselves down, and then what happens is we experience neither. And it's everyone's choice, but that's not the way that I want to live. I want to experience everything. So the bad has to come with the good. What goes up must come down. And then I was also thinking about connection and experiences and gifting experiences as Christmas presents. And I thought about like the power of the most important thing about experiences, the real power behind it, is that you connect with people through experiences, because you have shared experience, you come together, you have memories, and that is just so beautiful, so magical, and so worth it. You know, even if that is just a coffee on a Saturday afternoon, a conversation with someone. You know, connections don't have to be on a grand scale. Experiences that we have with people don't have to be on this grand scale. They can be small, they can be tiny little stories, but they still matter just as much. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the lights. I hope you enjoyed the museum. Don't forget, please, to let me know what the best Christmas present you ever received was. Let me know your thoughts on gifting experiences over things and any stories that you've got around that. I'll chat to you in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.